Hello and welcome to the New Comic Book Minute. We're going to start filming these during the day, which is going to be
a different
amazing.
feel.
However, due to that, we are going to miss Christine probably more frequently than we normally would, but we'll get her back in here for some of these, and we will also make sure that we add some additional cast of characters from the greater Superscript family as we do these. We've got about 7 minutes before we have to open the store, so we're going to move fast.
Luckily, we do this in 1 minute, so...
Yeah, it only takes a minute, so we'll have 6 minutes to get the store open afterwards. All right, so without any further ado, there's actually a lot this week. All right. Star Wars Rebels in trade from Dark Horse. This is a cool volume. You should check it out if you like the Star Wars Cartooniverse, which is actually just the same as the actual Star Wars universe. It's some of the better Star Wars. All right, Rick Grimes 2000. If you didn't pick this up when Skybound X was coming out, it's like Star Wars, also a sword.
That looks like a lightsaber.
Laser sword, as George Lucas would let you know. But anyways, Rick Grimes of Walking Dead fame, lightsaber. It's fun. It's cool. It's Kirkman doing fun stuff that Kirkman does. Batman, White Knight, or Beyond the White Knight. So this is the man. I always get this wrong. The Sean Murphy. I always want to say Sean Phillips, and it's not. Sean Murphy created, drawn, written White Knightiverse, but this time with its take on Batman Beyond. Some of the most exciting Batman stuff that has happened in the last 10 years. This is the Showcase edition, which means that this is the first 2 issues combined. So issue 3 is out now, and we've definitely sold through issue 1 and 2 because it's an awesome book. So if you didn't get to read issue 1 and 2, pick up the Showcase edition, volume 1. You can read both of them, and you can get caught up and pick up issue 3 while you're here. This is the best Batman. There's so much Batman. Saying this is the best Batman right now is saying something, at least for the time being. That could be Zdarsky's coming on mainline Batman, so that could change. Speaking of good Batman, maybe not the best Batman, but definitely high on the Batman, ranking scale, the Batometer, as it were. Garth Ennis and Liam Sharp, Batman Reptilian. You wanted Garth Ennis to write Batman, not since Hitman puked on his shoes has this happened, and it's really good. It's funny. It's Garth Ennis. It's brutal in some ways, but it's also it's a more cerebral Garth Ennis than it's the less wiener jokes, more disturbing violence.
Batman heroes don't do that.
Yeah, it's true. DC is on record as saying they should never have let Garth Ennis write a comic book if they think there are things superheroes don't do. Rip the boys. We only find them when we're dead. The second volume in trade. We obviously have the first volume in stock here. You should read this book if you like science fiction, if you like space operas. This thing is so cool. Also, it's about to start back up in issues for the final arc. And the final arc is like way in the future. So it's like a perfect jumping on point. And I think you could read this final arc, it seems like, as like a self-contained story, but there's going to be major payoff if you've read the first 2 trades. Definitely read this book, and for what it's worth, I would suggest adding to your subscription this last arc of We Only Find Them When They're Dead. Probably my favorite science fiction comic of the last 2-3 years. Past the Mountain. This is, I don't know, this is like, what was the movie they made from Netflix? The movie was not great, but it was like a Netflix thing where it was like, what if Lethal Weapon, but Will Smith had to hang out with Orc.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Okay.
Bright.
Bright. This is like that premise, which the premise, very good.
Yeah.
Minus the Will Smith, and who's the artist on this? Joyce, it is saying? Louis Joyce. I'm not super familiar, but it has a very Lemire-esque quality to it that I really am digging, and one of the dragons looks like if Jeff Lemire drew the dragon from Bone. And but yeah, some modern day stuff with some fantasy tropes, dryads, tree people going to punk rock shows and stuff like that. Seems really cool. This is issue 2. We got plenty of issue 1. That is Past the Last Mountain. Then we've got Marvel books. We've got Empire of the Spider Part 1, Miles Morales, and maybe some Elseworlds, really fashy Miles Morales coming to blows. And yeah, excited to get into this. This is Ahmed still writing it, Saladin Ahmed, who's just been killing it on Miles Morales. This is a great point to jump in. New story arc, part 1. Second issue of Knights of X. Definitely want to check this out. This is issue 2 if you like X-Men with swords, which apparently they do, because they do that a lot these days. well written, well executed. Art's great. Ram V writing Carnage. Still awesome. I'm not the guy who gets excited about Carnage books. This is great because it's Ram V. We're on issue 3. You should read issues 1 and 2. Oh boy. Very excited for this one. The Closet. This is the new James Tynion horror book. Did you like Nice House on the Lake? I like Nice House on the Lake. Everybody liked Nice House on the Lake. Really excited to see what this is about. Haven't spoiled it for myself. Phalanx, also something I know very little about, other than one of the Luna brothers is writing it. Jonathan Luna. Definitely read Luna Brothers books at far too young an age, and that messed me up for a long time. But, Phalanx seems to be very superhero-y of an era, so enjoy that. If that's for you, I will read it and see if it's for me. I feel bad when we talk about books and I really don't know much about them other than the writers. And then Justice League, Road to Dark Crisis. The darkest of crises is coming. If you want to know what's going on in the DCU in the lead up to the biggest DCU event to happen as you see Nick and I look off camera to see if there is a line of people forming outside the door, one of the biggest DC event, the biggest DC event of the year. This is the lead up to it, so you can get caught up. Subscribe to Dark Crisis today. And Nick, what about you?
Let's see here. So we've got Shadow War Omega, Joshua Williamson on this. So this is the conclusion of the Shadow War event, if you've been following that. We got some Deathstroke, we've got Batman and Robin. So yeah, see how this concludes if you've been following that. And I'm sure it will lead to some new big things for Batman and friends. Then we've got a new one from AWA, New Think 1.0, or maybe that's just saying that it's issue 1 probably. So this is a Black Mirror style, sort of imagining some dark social and societal implications of technology. And it's, my understanding, an anthology series as well, so it's going to be a bunch of small little stories. So yeah, looks really cool. I always like a kind of dark, technology going bad stories, so that is New Think. Then we got Strange, Jed MacKay on Strange. This is issue 3. This series has been really great. If you have been enjoying Jed MacKay on Moon Knight, then you will probably like Strange. I would highly recommend. I think we still have the first 2.
We definitely have some because we went big on this book. Because it is that good.
Yeah.
And if you've been digging Moon Knight, tonally.
Yeah. Then check this out. It is a good one. We got some more Marvel. We got Captain Marvel. This is issue 38 of Kelly Thompson's run. But this is a good starting on point, a new story arc, and as you can see here, a very new costume.
New look for
Ms.
Carol Danvers.
Yeah, this has been great. Kelly Thompson always has just really good, fun, lots of great humor in with the action. So I like it a lot. It's a good one. Then a new one from Scout, Code 45. I'm not sure what that code is, but this book is set in Canada.
Whoa.
The far mystical land of Canada, where there are demons or dragons underground.
Which seems like a fair trade-off for universal healthcare, if you ask me. But
there are demons. So we got some kids here going to a rave, and they're doing their stuff. Yeah. And this kid's wearing an Adidas shirt, and then the next thing you know, there's a dragon. So that's a Code 45 for you. Then we got Ghost Rider.
Come back.
We got
Code 45.
Ben Percy on this. This is also issue 3. We should still have some of the first 2 in stock if you haven't picked it up yet. But this is great. If you like motorcycles and chains and fire and leather jackets and truckers or Nicolas Cage, then Ghost Rider might be for you.
Yeah. Or Rollins Band, maybe.
Yeah, right. Then we got X-Men 92.
House of 92.
Number 2. If you have been I want to read some X-Men, but I would like more 90s look. I like the classic outfits. I like the classic characters. then this is for you.
If
X-Men
you want
92.
animated series looking Nimrod.
Yeah, it's got a fun look to it because it is very much like the animated series.
But with stuff that has happened in X-Men, characters that were not
Right.
present in the
Right.
lineage really at that point in time.
It's a nice looking book. So
Yeah.
yeah, X-Men 92. Then we got a couple trades. We got Superman, Son of Kal-El, finally in hardcover. This is Tom Taylor's excellent run, the groundbreaking series. Yeah, I'll say that.
It is.
All in full color.
It's that good. Tom Taylor's
yeah, it's
treasure.
It's really great. Then we've got Murder Falcon, the Daniel Warren Johnson Murder Falcon in this deluxe hardcover, the oversized hardcover. The issues or the copies we have come with a signed book plate, so come in quick to get those. Supply on those is limited. But
Very limited. We do not have many of them.
yeah.
So if you like Daniel Warren Johnson,
get
you want
one
some
soon.
signed.
Yeah. So, excellent series. Murder Falcon. And lastly, Donald Duck visits Japan. New manga series by Tokyo Pop. I feel like you probably know if this is for you. Right?
Yes.
I'll just leave it at that.
Maybe you're
Donald
just
Duck.
finding out it's your thing.
Donald
you didn't
Duck.
know until you saw Donald Duck.
Yeah, you probably
visits
did not
Japan.
know this was a possibility.
You want manga featuring a very manga-looking Donald Duck.
Donald and Friends. Yeah. This looks
Huey,
cute.
Dewey, and Louie, just doing stuff at Shibuya Station, looking things.
They're eating ramen.
But let us know what you're excited to read. We're gonna go read these books now because we're not doing this at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yay!
We're doing it in the day, so we can go read comics, which is gonna be great. Instead of frantically trying to read as many as we can before we pass out. And we are open, so we're gonna go do that. But also I forgot to bring this up. We got a whole bunch of these McFarlane White Knight, or Batman versus Asbat, which is definitely harkens back to the Nightfall books that I probably got in comics when I was a kid. But these McFarlane White Knight-averse Batman figures, which are sweet, and I don't usually get that excited about toys, but boy, these are pretty cool. Let us know what you think about the new Wide Awake. Let us know.
Probably won't be.
Yeah, let us know what we can do in the future, to make this more helpful. If you're looking for more of a QVC, like Knife Show After Dark sort of thing, we could do that, or we could do like Drive Time Zoo Cruise stuff. We're not going to do either of those things.
No.
Let us know what books you're excited about this week, and we knocked it out in a minute, so we can go open the store now.
Nailed it.